Hey guys, welcome or welcome back. Today I'm going to be unboxing my first ever Celine bag, which I'm so excited about. I've been really into the Celine aesthetics for quite some time now, and there were a number of bags from Celine that I was really interested in, and I finally decided on my very first Celine bag. You guys may already know that I've been a little bit obsessed with the Celine Triomphe canvas for a little while now, and I've tried on a few Triomphe canvas bags in my recent shopping vlog. So if you've watched my shopping vlogs, you may be able to guess what bag this is, but I did try on a few of them, so maybe it'll still be a surprise which style I actually ended up with, because the other ones that I tried may seem a little more practical, but I could not get this bag out of my head since I tried it that last time, so I ended up getting it, and I think this will actually be a rather practical bag for what I need at this stage of my life. So I'll get into the reasons why I actually decided to go for this one, and it kind of may seem like I'm eating my words, but at the moment I am totally obsessed with it. I guess that's what's most important. We're allowed to change our minds on things. These are just bags. Anyway, enough rambling. Let's get into the bag that I got. So, comes in this box. I love how everything about Celine is so clean, minimalistic. It's just simple elegance. You can see an empty dust bag, and that is because I've taken the bag out immediately and started using it. So I've actually been using it for about a week already. So my first ever Celine bag that I recently picked up is, surprise, surprise, the tin Lulu bag in the Triomphe canvas with the beautiful tan leather handle and piping and the strap. Isn't this just the cutest little bag ever? I am currently totally obsessed with it. I know what I've said about this bag the very first time I checked it out in store, and it was soon after it's released earlier this year. That's also when this bag was completely sold out Australia-wide because it was so popular. A lot of people pre-ordered it. After I tried it, even though I thought it was the cutest bag, I mentioned to you guys that I don't think it'll be a really practical bag because of the fussy opening. I mean, the zipper is a little bit fiddly because you do need to follow the curve to open and zip it back up again. It's not like a straight line zipper that is really easy to deal with. That was the only reason I didn't go for it, even though I really loved the bag at the time. So then I forgot about this bag, and then when I tried it on a couple of weeks ago when I went out to the city and took you guys along with me on a shopping vlog, I didn't go in to initially try this bag on, but I went in to try on the Honoré bag, which is one of their newer styles that looks a little bit like a Louis Vuitton Alma or the Hermes Bolide. It's got that same dome shape, and I've always been interested in the bucket bag as well. So I went in thinking that I'm going to try those two out, and then I mentioned to the SA I want something really carefree and blah blah blah, and then she actually said, how about the tin Lulu bag? And I mentioned to her, I'm actually not sure because of the fussy opening. I already tried it on a while ago and I wasn't too sure about it. So then she said, but it is the cutest bag. It will be such a good versatile bag. Why don't you try it on again? So she brought it out. So I tried it on, and then I got a little bit obsessed with it and fell in love with the look of it a little bit. But because it is a bag that I told myself, you know, it's got a fussy opening, I am not gonna compromise and get a bag that has anything that is going to bother me. So I left it. I told the SA, thank you so much for letting me try the bags. Let me go home and have a think about it. Since I got home after that visit, I could not get this bag out of my head. I kept looking at my video footages of me trying this bag on. Even though I initially was interested in the other two bags that I planned to check out, I liked them, but I didn't really think about them. So I knew straight away that those two bags aren't really for me, but I kept thinking how cute this one is. And then I thought this will actually fill a gap in my current handbag collection. What I mean by that is I've been decluttering for quite a while, that I am just left with my holy grail bags like the Birkins, Kellys, the Chanel Classic Flaps, which are not really suitable for everyday use, at least for my lifestyle. Apart from those, I've got a few mini bags, but none of them will do what this bag can do. So here's why I think this bag is going to be so fantastic in my current lifestyle. So one, I realized that I really miss having a coat canvas bag that is darker in color, that is just so easy to maintain, throw around, don't have to baby it. If you know my collection well, previously I had a few Louis Vuitton Monogram and Damier Ebene bags that will have this sort of durability, but I let all of them go because I got a little bit tired of the Louis Vuitton coat of canvas. They're great, durable, carefree bags, but I got a little tired of them. So then I'm basically left with all leather bags only in my collection. And a few times I remember thinking I kind of miss having a coat of canvas bag. So I did revisit the idea of adding back a Louis Vuitton monogram piece in the form of the Speedy 20 earlier last year, which I didn't end up getting. And then when I came across the Triumph canvas, I kind of really liked how this one is a little bit less common and it's a bit more subtle in that you do see the Celine Triumph logos throughout, but the contrast is not really too much on this color. And I love the brown leather trim. So I kind of started getting really interested in the Triumph canvas. But then I didn't find the style that I really fell in love with in terms of the style of the bag. So I tried on the Boston bag in the small size, and like I've mentioned, the bucket bag and the honoré bag now. But I didn't love the look of any of them. No doubt that those bags will be more practical because they're a little bit larger, the opening's easier. But with this Lulu bag, I just really love the look of it. The other big reason that ultimately made me decide to get this bag is how versatile this bag is going to be. So even though I love the Boston bag, the honoré bag, and the bucket bag, I feel like they're more sort of daytime bags. Maybe the honoré bag can be dressed up more, but they're slightly larger, medium-sized casual bags, whereas this Lulu bag I thought would be the perfect bag to transition from day to evening. So for the evenings out, I would actually detach the longer shoulder strap to make it a bit more dressy. And there we have it. You can see that this will be such a great, more formal evening bag. So I just really love the versatility of this bag and how if I could just take one bag on a holiday with me, this bag will be able to do everything for me and it'll just be so durable and carefree that I don't have to sort of baby it when I'm trying to enjoy my holiday. We do have a holiday planned, which is coming up really soon. We're going to Phu Quoc Island in Vietnam, and I wanted to take a carefree bag with me that is going to transition from daytime sightseeing, going to theme parks, but then suitable enough for evening attires as well. And then I thought of this bag. I thought the Lulu bag will be perfect on a holiday like that. And even in my day-to-day life, this will be so great and durable that I can use it without worrying about it, even around my toddler on a rainy day. So that is the reason why I thought this bag will fill a sort of a gap in my collection at the moment. So basically, my whole collection is full leather bags that I do somewhat have to take care of a bit more. So whenever I go on a holiday, I always take a smaller crossbody bag with me, which previous to adding the Lulu bag, I have two bags that I usually take. They're both from Hermes. One is the Mini Evelyn, the other one is the Mini Kelly in the black, but they're not actually the most travel friendly bag in the sense that the Mini Evelyn is great, and I took this to our Bali holiday last year. But two issues I found with this one as a travel bag is that one is its open top. So you can kind of snap this button closed, but it's not a completely secure closure. So security is one issue. The other one is that if I only want to take one smaller bag with me that is an easy crossbody bag, I kind of would love for it to do both day and evening. And this Mini Evelyn bag is just way too much of a daytime bag for me aesthetically. It's just not an evening sort of look for how I like to dress for a more dressy evening attire. So there were the two issues that I had. Also, full leather bag, so it's not as carefree as something like the Triumph canvas. The other crossbody mini bag that I frequently take on holidays with me would be my Mini Kelly in the black. But because this bag has such a high price point and really hard to replace if anything happened to it, this one I don't take on every single holiday with me. It'll be destination specific where I'm comfortable taking this bag. So for example, if I'm going to Korea or if I'm going to more of a city destination like Paris, I'd be completely happy to take it because it'll be really suitable for those destinations. Also, I just feel more comfortable taking this to certain places if I know the city well. But I would definitely not take this to places where it's more of a resorty holiday where I'm gonna do lots of water activities and if I feel like I'm not really too familiar with the destination. So for our upcoming holiday to Phu Quoc, this will not be coming with me. Also, when I have this crossbody, my toddler keeps grabbing on this and she actually has made a bit of a scratch on this bag, which I showed you previously. So this is not my preferred bag to travel with anymore, especially with a little one. So for those reasons, the true small crossbody bags that I frequently took overseas or on a holiday with me are kind of no longer that suitable for what I need them to do. So when I thought about this Lulu bag, I thought this will solve all of the problems that I just mentioned that I had with those two bags. This has a secure zip closure, even though it's a little bit fiddly. That also means it'll be harder for pickpocketers to open it to grab things off me. And I just love having the secure zip top so my items won't just accidentally fall out of it. The durability is there. If my toddler happens to grab or scratch it, it really won't be easily scratched. And then I wanted to show you this thing. For traveling, if I'm not actually wearing this bag on me and instead packing this bag in my luggage, could actually undo this buckle and then store it flat like this. I got this idea because when the sales associate pulled this out from its box and it was a brand new bag that hadn't been opened yet, it came like this, so the bag can store flat. So I thought that's great that we have that option to store this flat when traveling. So if you're just putting this in the luggage, you don't have to worry about having a puffy bag in your luggage taking up space. I just did the buckle back up. Not to mention price point. This Teen Lulu bag at the moment retails for 2,750 Australian dollars, which I think is actually a pretty decent price point for a really cute everyday designer bag. I mean, that's not a bargain by any means, but if you think about the pricing that some of the other designers have, like Louis Vuitton canvas bags, I feel like you can't get anything decent under like 3,500 Australian dollars. Actually, most of them will retail for over $4,000, which is just way too much money on a coat canvas bag for the purpose that I'm going to be using this type of bag for. Just an easygoing throw around bag that I don't have to worry about, that will go with everything, that will do daytime, evening, traveling. And this kind of color works well with everything in my wardrobe. So the outfits that I'm taking usually on a holiday, this will just match with everything perfectly. So I am so excited to start using this because I can see that I'm going to use it so much and just love it. In fact, like I've mentioned, I've already been using this for a few days straight, going to Pilates, running errands, going to the supermarket, and I absolutely have been loving this. So enough rambling about why I ended up purchasing this bag. Let me show you the bag up close. So it is this really cute croissant shaped bag. It has a top handle which is adjustable in length. So if you want more of a cute croissant shape, you can make the strap shorter and have more of that sort of a shape, but that will just make the zip closure a little bit even more fiddly and the opening even smaller. So my preference would be to leave the strap at its longest setting. That way the opening is a little bit easier. And then the zipper pull is so cute as well. You've got the long zipper pull with that Celine Triomphe gold logo on both sides, and there's just so much detail to this bag. Even on the strap, you can see the Celine embossed there, on the hardware buckle there as well. And then it comes with a longer, shorter or crossbody strap, which is quite adjustable as well. I think it has like 5 length setting. Mine's in the middle, which works really well for me. But even on this, you can see the Celine engraving there, and then you can also see these embossing on the little leather bit there as well. And it's just got the leather piping, and when you open it up, it's just one compartment. So in smaller bags, I actually prefer the bag doesn't have any compartments so that it can just be one open space. That way you can fit more things in it. Like I've mentioned a few times, the opening and closing was the only thing that made me hesitate on this bag. But so far, I've actually been not minding that so much because if I'm not traveling, I realize for my day-to-day life, I can just leave this zip open. Even when you have the zip open, the bag is still pretty secure because this canvas will kind of stay in this shape so your things won't really fall out of it. So when I'm just grabbing my things, I just need to open this and then grab whatever I need to grab and then just push the canvas down like that. So that's been great for me. I haven't really felt the need to completely zip this up every single time if I'm just running errands or when I'm home. But when I'm traveling, definitely sightseeing and all that, I will close this up for security. And I've also been enjoying that it can fit a little bit more than your typical mini bag. So this can actually hold a lot more than my mini Evelyn and the mini Kelly that I just showed you, which is great as well because it does have some room for a few extra bits and pieces, which will be great for traveling, but it still looks cute and mini. So let me quickly show you everything that I've been carrying in here as well so you can get a feel for how much you can fit in it. I've been carrying my mini wallet, which is the Calvi Duo from Hermes. Obviously fits in with no problem. My compact, my car key, my keys, a lipstick, my iPhone Pro, That is usually how much I carry on a day-to-day basis. There's still actually a bit more space. I can also put a pair of sunglasses in there in a soft case, not in a hard case, like that. And that is actually pretty good. I mean, even with everything that's in there, it doesn't actually feel completely filled. You could probably fit a couple loose items still, like another lip gloss or a hand cream. So I've really been enjoying its capacity. I'll also show you what the bag looks like on my frame. So I'll include some footages of me trying this bag on in the store, carrying it as a top handle as well as with the shoulder strap as well. So that was my really rambly unboxing of my first ever Celine bag, which was kind of unexpected, but I am really truly happy that I got this bag. And I'm so excited to take this on my holiday with me as well. Let me know what you think about this bag and if you're surprised that I picked this one over the other two models that I tried. So happy with my decision. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. As always, thank you so much for watching and spending some of your precious time with me today. And I can't wait to see you again soon in my next video. Bye guys.